Greetings to everyone. I am Ukrainian and I will not be silent. Russia today started an attack on Ukraine. They attacked 8 peaceful cities in my country. My name is Rostyslav Kalatsynskyi and I am Ukrainian YouTuber. This video I decided to shoot in English so other countries can understand me what's happening in Ukraine, and also I want to tell you today a little bit about history, Ukrainian history. So all European countries, the United States, Australia and other countries are going to know what's happening. The videos are terrible because Russia started attacking the airports, the different places in my country, and of course we are worried, but we are going to defend our country. We are ready to defend against Russian aggression. So I want to say that Russia, we were fighting, for liberty for many years, starting in 16th century with Bogdan Khmelnytsky, Ukrainian hetman, who wanted to proclaim Ukrainian to be independent. Ukraine was proclaimed several times as independent country in 20th century, in 1918, for example. What I want to mention that Russian government and when Ukraine was a part of USSR, we had 3 Holocausts, 3 genocides against Ukrainians. Lenin and Putin did this. The first genocide was in 1922 and 1923. The second genocide was in 1932 and 1933, where Stalin killed more than 10 million Ukrainians. It's the worst genocide in the whole world, and more than 100 countries recognize this act as a genocide against Ukrainians. The third genocide was in 1946 and 1947. My grandmother, Maria Vasilyevna, she was born in 1844 and she saw this genocide, and she told me that it was difficult to find any food. They were eating green apples because there was no food that time. My grandfather, Vasily, participated in the Second World War against Germany, so he defeated Hitler with the Red Army. Even though Ukraine had its own army, Українська повстанська армія, Ukrainian nationalistic army, and we wanted to be an independent state that time already, but we fought against we fought against Germany that time. What is doing Russia is illegal, and they want to start the Third World War because we are peaceful citizens. We have our own culture, we have our own clothes. For example, today I put on vyshyvanka. This is Ukrainian traditional clothes. We have our own music, our own anthem. Our own history. And what Putin says now, he gave the conference that Ukraine was created by Lenin. It's fake. It's illegal what he is saying, because Kiev was found in 988. Russia wasn't found that established even at that time. So Ukraine has more history even than Russia. Then I want to mention that since 2013 we have been fighting against Russia. We had the revolution of dignity. We had pro-Russian candidates in our government, and Putin arrived in 2004 to support this pro-Russian government. Viktor Yanukovych, who won in 2009. the presidency, yes, and he was the president until 2013, when he rejected to sign the agreement with the European Union, because Ukrainians, we young people, we want to be with Europe, we want to be free, and we have the freedom of speech. We are free people, and we wanted to be with the European Union, so we started protesting until 2014, where Yanukovych, like pro-Russian candidate, manipulated by Putin, killed more than 100 people in Kiev, on the Independence Square, Maidan Nezalezhnosti. You remember all of these events. Since then, Putin annexed Crimea. They put their military into the Crimean Peninsula, and they control this territory. Even though I have friends and I visited Crimea in 2009, and people are pro-Ukrainian, they also love Ukraine, they support Ukrainian language, etc. He says, Putin, now that Russian language is violated. It's not true. Ukrainian language has been violated for many centuries. Even the Catherine II, the Russian empress, she prohibited Ukrainian language. She had different agreements that Ukrainian language will not be spoken in Ukraine, and it was horrible what they were doing with Ukrainian language and Ukrainian culture, because our poets, they were imprisoned for many years. For example, Taras Shevchenko, one of the most famous Ukrainian poet, he was writing in Ukrainian. We were having his books. My grandmother, my grandfather, they were reading this, like hiding from everyone, because they were Ukrainians, and Taras Shevchenko, he was sentenced to more than 10 years to prison. He said these words, I'm going to translate now into English. Fight, fight, God help you, for your justice, for your glory, and the will is holy. He wrote this in 19th century. Then Russia wanted to have also Donbass and Lugansk regions, so they started the war. 2 days ago, Putin proclaimed these territories as independent. So now they put their military forces into Donbass region, and they start shooting Ukrainian cities. Different parts of Ukraine have been shot. For example, Ivano-Frankivsk, Lutsk, Kiev, the capital of Ukraine, Kharkiv, Mariupol. Mariupol is also, it's in Donbass region. I have some relatives there, my aunts and my uncles. I'm really worried for them. But I believe in Ukrainian army, and if you want to support us, please share this video so people can hear our voice, Ukrainian voice. And I beg you, please help Ukraine with money, with your words, because we also have the information war. For example, in Russia, they say that Ukraine is attacking. We have never crossed the border to attack them. They are in our territory and they are attacking peaceful people. They want to start the Third World War, and the world will react. I want to thank you now to the United States, to the United Kingdom, to France, to Germany, to Japan, to Australia, because now they are imposing the economical sanction against Russia. So it's also very strong factor, because if the Russian economy will go down, it means people will start noticing that something is wrong. What's happening? They are calling Ukrainians are our brothers, so you are killing your brothers. I believe that Russian people don't want the war. So if Russian people now are listening to me, please go to your embassies, please go on the streets and start protesting against this dictatorship, against this dictator Putin, because he is the biggest threat in the 21st century. And we have to know about this. Everybody needs to know about this, and everybody needs to act. If you can write, I don't know, some post on your Instagram, on your social media, for support, because everybody needs to know what's happening. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, how many people are going to die. All my family is in Ukraine, and we remember the bloodshed. My grandmother, she remembers these terrible moments. My grandfather, Vasily, he participated in the Second World War. We know how terrible it can be. But the Ukrainian army is very strong. We have been investing in Ukrainian army since 2013. And we are going to defend our territory, because Russia is enemy. We are innocent people. We are peaceful people. We want to have our own culture, our own territory. And you can't put your hand on my land. Look what's happened in Belarus. Last year they had a lot of protests. Lukashenko is the last dictator of Europe. He has been in power for 26 years. And Belarus people, they couldn't defeat him because he was putting them in jails. All the opposition leaders are in jail, or one of them escaped to Lithuania. Thank you. By the way, Lithuania, you also support Ukraine. Poland, you arrived to Ukraine. The presidents arrived to Ukraine and they signed the agreement. All the worlds need to stay with Ukraine at this moment, because what is doing Russia is illegal and they want to kill innocent people. Look at this picture. For example, today I'm reading the news that Ukraine captured these Russian soldiers who are killing. They have killed 14,000 of soldiers, Ukrainian soldiers, since 2014, since the war in Donbass and Lugansk region, and they want more. All conscious Russian leaders and bloggers, they need to support now Ukraine, because you will be in isolation. Russia will be isolated completely. But the point now is to stop the war. If we can do this, if we can't, we have to be united together against one enemy, that is Russia. Thank you for watching this video. My name is Rostyslav Kalatsynskyi. I'm a Ukrainian YouTuber, presenter. Thanks for watching. Please share this video. Put the like so more people can see the real truth.
В Україні, товариші, ситуація на фронті контролюється Збройними силами України. За нами перемоги, противник несе великі втрати. Адже що? Батько наш Бандера, Україна мати, ми за Україну підем воювати. Слава Україні!
Героям слава!
Слава нації!
Смерть ворогам!
Україна!
Понад усе!
Україна!
Понад усе!
Україна!
Понад усе!
Смерть ворогам!